Working with adjustment layers is very essential when it comes to a non-destructive way adjusting your images. And so with an adjustment layer, you come down your layers panel and you come up and you can use any of these commands. Most of them are, you can either change the brightness and contrast, you can also change the color, and so forth. So this image has a color cast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the levels command to do so. And typically when I do an adjustment layer, if I only want to affect the image right below it, I will clip it and I will hold down the Alt or Option key if I'm on the Mac between the layers, and now group it. Now if this is the only image, I don't need to do that. Okay, but you never know when you add additional things to it. All I know working with color, when you view color, you view color in RGB, red, green, and blue. So you see light, and that's what your eyes see. You see red, green, and blue, mixtures of those three values. Whenever we see gray in an image, the gray anywhere if you see gray in the real world, it's made up of three equal values of red, green, and blue. So if we take a look at white, white is going to go in and be 0, 0, 0. If we look at black, it's 255, 255, 255. And so it's a shade, basically a shade of gray, in that sense. What we have to do is find anywhere in our image that there's gray. Now up here in our post, this gray post, I know there is gray up there. It's a gray post. So in my levels command, I have a middle gray eyedropper, allows me to set a gray point. So it's going to take wherever you click, it's going to make it three equal values of red, green, and blue. So I'm going to come up here and click. And in this case, as you can see here, you're removing the red. Now if you accidentally click somewhere else, it can cause another color cast. Okay? Now you really what you want to do is you want to find that gray in there. Okay? Now that doesn't mean that here I still think there's a contrast issue. So here with the levels command, I'm going to move these sliders in, and this is histogram is the most important thing in Photoshop and working with images. It tells you where your pixels are when it comes to brightness, and it's thinking that there should be some over here on the left. There isn't, so we have to move our black slider in and our white slider over, and it's going to help improve that contrast. This is all non-destructive, so it's not affecting the background image itself, it's affecting just the adjustment layer. And then notice the adjustment layers have masks, and so we can apply adjustment only to an area by making sure white is on the mask. If I take my paintbrush and paint in black, I go back and I view the actual image right below it.